So today's the day. Today's my appointment with the immunologist. Specializes in MCAS. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just about to get ready, about to take a shower. You just heard me get out the door. It's about like 7 o'clock. So see how it goes. So my appointment's not until 9:45, and it's 7:40 now. I just want to give myself about like 2 hours basically to get there. Going through DC into Baltimore is going to be kind of I think it's usually you never know what you're going to get. I normally don't commute that far for work, so I'm just giving myself time to get used to it. It's kind of like a bummer, I think. Oh, actually, not really a bummer, but because she's the only one of the few, Dr. Dispenza, she's one of the few doctors that I guess treats MCAS. She's like only literally one of two in the DMV area that specializes in it or is a researcher. So that's why I have to drive over to Baltimore, even though there's like millions, not millions, but there's hundreds of immunologists in the DMV area. Is that she's one of the few that actually specializes in it and actually has I guess like a clinical record with it. So I'm about to head on my way. Obviously got dressed. I'm at the gas station right now. And here we go. So it actually didn't take that long. It was only an hour and 20 with traffic. I've heard that it could be worse, but we got here. So I just wanted to take a survey of the campus. It's pretty nice. Parking's kind of far away from the actual building. There wasn't any parking in the one that was closest to it. But it seems like this medical center has a lot of good utility. This is the Cancer Research Center. Me running across the street. So I wanted to add a tidbit about how I even found out about this doctor. I have a coworker, and she's also the person that pointed me in the direction that it may be mast cell activation syndrome. She said for me to reach out to an organization called GUARD, and basically they specialize in giving information to people who think that they have a genetic or rare disease, GUARD essentially, and I'm really appreciative of that. And when I reached out to them, they gave me a whole bunch of resources for mast cell activation syndrome, procedures to follow, and intermediary steps to help deal with mast cell activation syndrome before you can go to the doctor. So I would definitely recommend that if you feel like you've gone to the doctor numerous times, like I have, and you aren't getting the results that you think are needed to actually treat your problem or get better from your problem, I would say definitely reach out to GUARD. In this case, it was a tremendous resource and it really helped me get to where I am now. So, post appointment, I am on a natural high. It's kind of crazy. It went very well. I really appreciate the information more than and the comfort. I guess the comforting that Dr. Dispenza gave. Like I said, even going in, I think she even addressed some of the social implications I've been going through. Is I was telling her I think the big thing for me was I feel like I'm actually crazy. I've been having all these weird issues and all these random problems, and for her to be yo, no, actually, this is what I expect. So you're not crazy. You're not making it up. You're having problems, and it's a struggle for you to do your day-to-day life. So don't knock yourself and actually take accountability and be fine. You're okay, right? But basically, I may not have MCAS. I'm really hoping that I don't. But what the symptoms did show, based off of without testing, is that I have chronic urticaria, which is basically just chronic hives, and I am going to go through testing for MCAS and just test for a different. I think there's the kit test is one, and then a urine test for histamine, and also another test that I believe she said was for how my body's breaking down histamine. So all great things. I'm really excited. This is like such, even though like I saw like still work to have done. I think for me it was more or less about feeling like I was making it up and feeling like I was, and also like not being heard, because it was like kind of like, you're going to the doctor, you're seeking help, and like no one really knows, and it's not really their fault because they weren't educated on the topic, but it really was like, oh, like they're not taking you seriously because all your tests are coming back negative. And now that I've been to like a specialist, she has more specific tests and was able to go over my symptoms, go over my previous blood work, my previous testing. But okay, like there's something here, there's something not right. So you're not making it up. We see based off your test that there's something off, but we have to do further testing and just acknowledging like, no, like, you've been having issues, but we'll just go from here and we'll see. Hopefully it's really nothing that bad and we can just treat it with the like with antihistamines. I also like that she kind of gave me like a gist of like what she's seen and like what she kind of expects what me having, what she thinks I have, which is chronic urticaria. It's just like reassuring. It's like, yeah, like this is the time frame of like what we expect to see in these certain amount of months and what we hope we don't see in a certain amount of time. So I'm just really like pumped right now. Like even though like I still got like some work to do in terms of like the lab results I need to get done, and some, and like the implementation of kind of like taking these drugs every fucking day, because apparently what I have to do. But it's just nice to have answers. I'm not really into like taking drugs every day, but if I have to feel better and just live a normal life, I will. But it's just been like an uphill battle, and this has been going on for in April will be 4 years of just having chronic issues. I'm anorexic. It's like I haven't been eating, anxiety, all these different problems. And I'm like, oh, is it me? Am I just like making it up in my head? And it's just nice to hear that I wasn't, and like, your feelings are valid and you're ready to go. So that's all for me, at least for today. And I'll keep you guys updated.